Alright, gang. Let me give you a disclaimer. I'm still fighting my summer cold. It kicked back into gear after I cut grass. It kicked back in with a vengeance. But it is what it is. So here we go. I picked this up a few days ago. Kenner SSP Smash Up Derby. I posted a video. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I tried not to do that. I posted a video a while back about the SSP Smash Up Derby with the Tough Tom pickup and the Bug'em Volkswagen. I had that set when I was a kid. My brother and I played with it. It was a blast. I wanted a replacement set, and it took me a while to get it, but I finally got that one, and I was content and happy. But in the time I was looking for that set online and yard sales and flea markets, now I'm no expert of SSP at all. I had several cars throughout my childhood. Couldn't tell you what happened to any of them, to be honest with you. But I seem to see in yard sales and flea markets primarily the smash up set with Tough Tom and Bug'em. Rarely did I see any other sets running around. I would see different cars, but no sets. And if the cars were smash up derby cars, of course they're missing all their components. The doors, the hoods, the wheels, whatever flew off, they were missing. So while I was looking for my replacement set, I stumbled across these online. Now, I never really thought about getting into collecting SSP sets, and I'm not going to. I just couldn't pass this up. So hold on a second, and we'll get ready to look at all this. Alright, I repositioned the camera so I could get it down lower level. So how I found this. There was, once a month, there's this family who, I don't know what they really do for a living, but they also buy out estates. And once a month, they have a sale. They open up their warehouse, and it's a really nice shaped warehouse. They have everything situated in order, like a department store. Furniture over here, stuff I wouldn't buy, like used clothes in one area, DVDs, video games, consoles, all in like electronic area. And then they had the toy area. So, excuse me, looking online, when they would post their sales, they would often have pictures of pedal tractors, pedal cars, bicycles, excuse me. So I figured, well, let me take it, my Saturday's plans fell through, so I figured I'd just take a shot and ride over and see if they had anything that I could look at getting in ways of a pedal tractor for parts. And of course they didn't, because usually I'll try to do things with stuff I had as a kid, and AMF tractors, you can't buy anything for them. I take that back. You can buy a few things, but not much. To where you get a Murray, man, you can pretty much build a Murray brand new. And that's just in case you're looking at doing a tractor for the fun of it. So anyway, I'm walking around and I picked up a few loose things. They had this nice humidor, and I figured they was gonna want $25, $30 for it. It was marked down to $3. It had a scratch on the back, just a scratch, nothing bad, nothing deep. I said, man, I can't pass this up because my humidor is just a shallow one. This one was a deep one, so I grabbed it. So I'm walking around, and I had about $20 worth of stuff I had picked up. And I said, well, it's time to split. It started filling up in there with people. So I made my last pass through. Now I already walked through the toy area once, and all they had was like Barbie dolls, Ken dolls, some G.I. Joe stuff, cars and trucks. Really nothing that caught my eye, but when I walked through that last time, I looked up one shelf, I didn't pay attention to it, and this box was there. But only saw the end panel. I'm actually touching the end panel, but you can't see it because it's blocked with a ramp. So I said, maybe this is another Tough Tom and bug them. If it is, I'll grab it for parts and just throw them all in the better box and do something with the other box. Not throw it away, but do something with it. So I pull it down, and it's this set. So anyway, I opened the box up to see what all was in there, because, you know, usually, usually they're missing all the panels, wheels, rip cords, even the ramps and the instruction. Well, when I opened the box up, it had the 57 Chevy in it, almost complete, both ramps and one rip cord, and all these purple panels. I said, well, okay, so it's missing the orange car, which at the time I wasn't paying attention to was a Ford. I mean, I recognized the 57 Chevy out of the gate. I'm a 56 or 58 Chevy fan. That's because there's too many 55 and 57s out there. A 58 Chevy two-door or a wagon with wide tires on it to fill those big old fenders up, man, that is awesome. If I had the money, I'd have one, and I'd put a 429 Ford engine in it, you know, and proudly striped, powered by Ford. Anyway, where was that? Okay, so I'm looking at these cars. Well, this car, like I said, this one was missing. One rip cord was in the box and both ramps. So I dropped the car. So when I went down, so I drop it, it hits the floor, the hood goes one way, and the only door on it goes the other, and one wheel flies off. So the door actually slides up under the shelf. There's like those big metal warehouse shelves in there. So I end up putting the car back in the box, or back on the box, and I literally lay on the floor, turn my phone flashlight on, and lo and behold, saw this way up under there, saw the back end. I said, well, damn, there's the other car. Oh, excuse me. There's the other car. So I found the door, the green door, and I pulled this car out, and it was the car that was supposed to be in the box. Somebody else had knocked it out of the box, and it rolled on the rack, so I just let it go. So as I get back up with this car and the door, somebody's picking up the box with the Nomad, and was fixing to walk over. I had to stop him. Sir, excuse me, you know, I'm buying that. I'm down here laying in the floor getting all these parts that fell out of the box, which, you know, I didn't knock this out of the box at all. Just this, I just dropped this. So he said, well, you know, they're asking way too much for it. You're not going to make anything off of it. And I said, well, I'm not planning on selling it. I'm buying it for me. So he had a bit of attitude, but he gave it back to me, and I walked out with it. So now there was a price tag of $40 on this box alone, and I figured, well, you know, missing all the parts, it's going to cost a fortune. I'm going to see if they'll do better. So I walked out of there with this set, the humidor, some stuff from my parents, and something else. I can't remember what else it was. Anyway, I walked out with all that for $30. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. When I was looking for my Tough Tom and Bug'em set, when I was looking online, people were selling all the panels of the wheels. You know, you could buy all the doors and all that for $10-15 per car. I figured, well, I'm home free. I'll just go on eBay and get me some doors for the Nomad and the one wheel. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The one wheel. Alright, well, I kind of skipped around on the wheel. The wheel I found up under the shelf, so I put it back on this car. And this car's missing the wheel. So I'm not sure which wheel which car the wheel came off of. It probably came off of this one when it originally hit the floor. So I got wheels coming to replace this one, but I do not have the green door. So let's check it out. We're going to start, of course, with the Ford. It's supposed to be a 56, and it looks like a 56. And now these cars were awesome. These sets were awesome. I just remember hours of fun. I put the set I bought my son. I think it's made by Jasmine. It was 256 Nomads. And You know, I bought those for him in memory of my set, and we had hours of fun. And when he was dating this girl that had a little boy, they would come here in the kitchen and just have a ball. My son was so worried about losing parts. I mean, he took and blocked off an area with towels, so in case the parts flew off, they wouldn't slide under anything. All right, so enough rambling. All right, so all the doors and hoods, hood and trunk, was in the box. The body, other than the molded damage, the poster in good shape. The front bumper is in good shape. It works. And like I said, I'm missing one wheel, but I got them coming. I actually got a whole car coming. I got it off eBay. It'll be here today, tomorrow, maybe. At least by the end of the week. And it's got all four wheels on it. And I was wondering when I first saw it about the bumper. Neither one of the cars have rear bumpers. And I looked on the box, it doesn't have a rear bumper. I said, well, let's just make sure. So I got online and looked, and none of them has rear bumpers on them. Kind of find that odd, but that's okay. And the bottom, oh yeah, signature sound. I might get that for my ringtone. See how many people will recognize it. Here's the Chevy. Again, missing just one door. No post damage anywhere. And it functions as well. Everything does. When you crash it, it pops loose. You know. And this one I think is louder. Yeah, it's got the more of the tone I remember. And then of course I got the one ripcord. I got both ramps. And I haven't cleaned this up or anything. Neither of the ramps are damaged. And the box, sad to say, we're not going to look at the box other than what you already see, because the back of the box, if you look right here, it had tape on it. Well, the back is worse. I don't know who pulled the tape off of it. They should have used if it was recent, they should have used a heat gun or a hair dryer to soften it up, or even put some lighter fluid or something on it to break the glue up. So the box, even though it's in pretty good shape from view, the back is horrible. So like I said, it's not worth showing. So, gang, all I gotta do is get my door. If I can find an instruction sheet, that'll be a positive, but I doubt I'll find an instruction sheet. But we'll see what happens. I'll keep looking. So I got the original set I wanted, the smash up burger with Tough Tom in the Buggin Volkswagen, and then I got the Thrill. What's it called? SSP Thrill Driver. Is it Thrill Driver? Anyway, I got a video of that as well. And that one I just stumbled across accidentally, never knew it existed. Picked up a box lot, or maybe just the car itself. I don't recall how I found the first Mustang. And then I realized it was a set, so I started hunting down all the missing pieces, and I got a complete set with instructions of that. When I posted the video, I don't think I had the instructions, but I came across a set and bought them and threw them in a box. So it's now complete. And now I have this set. And once I get this one put together, the SSP stuff is over with for the time. I'm not going to say I won't buy any more, but if I run across killer deals, I will grab them. Alright, gang. Didn't mean for this video to go so long, but it did. Thank you for viewing, and have a great day.